Welcome back. It's the Kovacs report. I've got another little exciting little bit of news to share with you. A1 deadline. If you've been living under a rock, you may not have heard that two legendary comic books are returning, joining forces, and becoming one. Hence A1 deadline. So in this video, I'm going to show you their new website. We're going to read through it and see what's to learn. And also, they've got a little surprise at the end if you sign up to their newsletter, which I highly encourage you do. So if you're a fan of Tank Girl, if you're a fan of Nemo, if you're a fan of all the cool stuff that came out of Deadline and A1, you'll be interested in this. Now, before that happens, don't forget, if you like the video, give it a like. And if you're new, hit that subscribe button. That would be amazing. So let's just quickly talk about Deadline first and then A1. So Deadline magazine was a British anthology that roared onto the scene in 1988 and became a cultural Molotov cocktail, bleeding punk rock rebellion, indie music vibes, and groundbreaking stories like Tank Girl. Some of its most memorable strips include, like I say, Good Old Tank Girl, Johnny Nemo, Wide World, Amen, Space Boss, Hugo Tate, Love and Rockets, Milk and Cheese, Flaming Carrot, Hate, and even paved the way for the worldwide phenomenon Gorillaz. Now, A1, that was in 1989. Gary Leach and Dave Elliott came together for A1, and that was a comic book anthology series published by British company Atomeka Press. Known for its eclectic mix of creators and stories, A1 was a significant platform for both established and emerging talents in the comic book industry, and that is exactly what A1 Deadline is. Right, it is a voice for creators, a shining light in an industry swamped with uninspiring comics. And more importantly, it's going to be a community for comic book fans like you and me. So do not miss A1 Deadline. It will be fun. It will be irreverent. It'll be everything that you expect. Now, it's being brought to us by Dave Elliott of Deadline fame and A1 fame, and Chris Northrop from Horrible Future. So it is in very, very good hands. Now, I did do an interview with the guys. I will link that in the description and at the end of the video. They are absolute amazing people, okay? And I absolutely bow in the glory of what they're doing and have done in the past. So I suggest, if you want to support indie comics at its finest, you give A1 Deadline a go. So let's take a look at their website, which has been recently updated. Now, A1 Deadline will be coming to Kickstarter soon. Now, if you sign up, you will get the news of when that happens. And like I say, there's a bonus little extra incentive at the end. So it says A1 Deadline, two British seminal comic magazines return as one, straight from the heart of UK comics counterculture. No algorithms, no censorship, just real voices from proper legends like, and these are just some of the names you'll find here: Shaky Kane, Alan Martin, Jamie Hewlett, Steve Pugh, Rufus Dayglo, Glenn Fabray, Laura Martin, Ilya, Alison Sampson, Mark A. Nelson, Keck W, and Eric Donovan, and many more. It says with special posthumous strips for founders of Deadline, Steve Dillion and Brett Ewins. So that is a really, really, really huge lineup. It says it's an 80-page comic magazine that honours the past while blazing a bold new path for the future of British comics. The UK comic scene is back and we're going international, baby. And they really, really are. Even though good old Rich Johnson from Bleeding Cool says A1 Deadline is a revelation, and it absolutely is. So we could treat it to some cool little art here and some quotes. So this from Dave Elliott. He's the editor-in-chief. It says, in a world flattened by algorithms, A1 Deadline is a raw scream, a reminder that comics still have teeth, purpose, and a voice worth listening to. And what Dave and the guys are trying to do is they're trying to bring some of those voices that aren't heard into this comics, and they'll sit next to giants, and it'll hopefully give them their little push into the comic book industry and world and help them get discovered, because there's so many talented people out there and they don't get a chance. When I got my break, when I had my image book years ago, unfortunately I couldn't continue because of life got in the way. You know, there was someone there that helped me, and without that it would never happen. It's incredibly hard to break into comics. So this is more important than you think. It's not another nostalgia strip, you know, down memory lane. No. This is something for everyone, for the fans and for creators alike. So I can't evangelize it anymore. Get on board, guys. So here we go. Feature comics. So here's probably just a selection, I guess. We got Alan Martin and Jamie Hewlett's Tank Girl, Ralph and Roland Marsalius's Carpe Diem. We've got The Beard by Alison Sampson and Fred Van Lent. Image Duplicator by Ryan Hughes, one of my heroes as a graphic designer, with David Leitch, Steve Cook, and Dave Gibbons and more. Mr. Big G's in there too. Of course, we've got Shaky Kane and Keck W with Captain Dinosaur, and Mark A. Nelson with Bandits. And look at that art. Doesn't it all look incredible? I'm super, super excited. So what else? The birthplace of Tank Girl reunites the band and introduces the new blood. Every flip of the page pushes you from the legends you know into the next generation tearing up. Discover the new talent, redefining what comes next for A1 Deadline. Dozens of new creators side by side with the original greats, which is exactly what I just said. Taking the words right out of my mouth and put it on the website. So that's exactly what this is going to be. So your support doesn't just make some giant conglomerate rich. No, what it does is it feeds funds into A1 Deadline, and they can feed it into creators and help them, build their careers. So 80 pages of attitude, over 20 creators, uniquely A1 Deadline. A1 Deadline is more than comics, it's culture. Deadline never whispered, it howled. It certainly did. When I was in art class during the early 90s, sitting there, getting bored drawing a still life of flowers, I had Deadline magazine underneath my piece of paper that I was drawing on. All right. And it really redefined my experience and my perception of comics. So hopefully it will do it again. So it howled. Yes, it did. Music, culture, protest, and the mess in between. A1 Deadline carries that forward with feature articles that hit hard, like our exclusive spotlight on street artist Alice Pasquini. And there she is there. That's pretty cool. I'm so excited. Now, if you pre-register, okay, you will get one of these ultra, well, you won't get one, actually. You have a chance to get one. Let's not get them in any trouble with my wording here. You will be entered for a chance to win one of 5 very limited edition Funko Pop Tank Girl vinyls. Look at that when you pledge. So sign up. That will give you the email heads up that it's gone live. And then when you pledge, you go in the little tombola, some names will be picked out, and you get this absolutely awesome looking Funko Pop. So if you're a Funko Pop fan, you want this in your collection. If you're not a Funko Pop fan and you don't even like them, you're still going to want it in your collection because it's Tank Girl and it's rad. Anyway, there we go. It is www. and I'll link it in the description, a1deadline.com. Get on it. Go support this. Please, please, please support this. It will make me happy, and I'm pretty sure it will make you happy too. So there we have it. A1 Deadline is coming out soon-ish. I will link the interview at the end of the video in the description. Definitely check it out. Find a bit more from the people that are putting this together. Find out and make up your mind. Because when this book drops on Kickstarter, it is going to fly. Anyway, like the video, hit subscribe if you can. And hopefully we'll see you in the next video. Well, hopefully.